Hey everyone, what's up? It's Ray and welcome to this new video. This video is going to show you how the evolution of combat actually affected the skilling methods in the game at the current time, and you can see on screen how the toolbar actually comes really in effect if you are skilling and want to get the best experience per hour. I've chosen a couple of skills right here, but there's of course many more uses of the combat bar, but as for now we're just going to cover these. I'll be uploading more videos about the actually combat side of the evolution of combat, but this video is mainly purposed to see to show you guys how the evolution of combat changed the skilling ways and how you can take this into effect and take your advantage out of this. Now there's actually someone in the call with me. His name is Krulin. He knows a lot about skilling and the best methods to get to 99 because he is a completionist caper. You can say hi.
Hello.
Hello. He's gonna do this duo commentary with me. We're gonna cover some skills and basically show you the best ways how to use the toolbar to get the best experience per hour. The first skill we have is fishing. Now, as you can see on the screen, you can actually drag the fish that you've just fished. You can drag them onto your toolbar, and you'll have some different numbers right there, which you can press to have the first option there. Now, with the fish, the first option is actually dropping the fish. So if you click the number which is on the toolbar where you drag the fish over, it will actually drop the fish which is there. Now with fishing, when you do fly fishing, there's two kinds of fish you're gonna catch, which is the salmon and the trout, and these can both be right-clicked and dropped. Now when doing this, it won't actually interrupt you fishing, so you can actually just spam click, or not even spam click, you can just press down the button which is there. Just press down and hold it down, and it will just drop all the fish in your inventory, and you can keep fishing right there. So the only thing you really have to do is pretty much all AFK. You can just click on the fishing spot, just make sure you have some fish in your inventory, and just click the number which is there for the specific fish you caught. Now that's pretty much it for fishing.
Now as for the skill mining, it got way easier than before. You can just drop it like fishing because the first option is drop, and you can just hold it down, and you never have to do anything. Just hold the key down or spam click it, whatever you want to do. This made the skill way easier to get the maximum XP rates because before maximum XP rates were about 115k XP an hour, which was at level 99 with the Dragon Pickaxe, Golden Mining Chute, and Lava Titan. And maybe with the Quarry Master Aura, you could get like 120k, but I'm not sure about that. And now it's just not even skilled people do it. You can just do it anywhere. It's really AFKable, and you can easily get that XP now, like 115, 110k XP an hour. Previously, I just never got anywhere above 90k because I got distracted and my inventory was full. And now you can just do that by clicking on just one key, so it got way easier than before.
Now the next skill is thieving, another skill really affected by the action bar. Maybe not as much as mining and fishing because those were the really power skills and where you really need to drop a lot, but even with Pyramid Plunder there are still some things you need to drop, and it might just make it really more helpful. Now there are many skills which can still be affected by this, and even though some skills, just like woodcutting, used to be affected by this, now it actually didn't. We actually did a test, didn't we, Krulin? We actually did a test with the woodcutting, with the Arctic pine and with the mahogany and the teak to see how it actually did if you actually did that. But the first option with that one is crafting, where you can't actually drop them. So if you actually click the number which is in the toolbar for your specific log or for your specific item, it won't actually drop the log, it will just use the craft option. So that is really not that useful. Whereas for thieving you can actually yeah, drop the stuff, the jewelry which you'll get from the urns, which might be a little bit more useful. You can just do that while you're looting the urns, and just a little bit more yeah, lazy, AFK, not that click intensive, just nice to do.
And now, as for the last skill we're looking at in this video, Hunter, it didn't get changed too much. I mean, the XP an hour didn't change at all. It just got a bit easier. Like, you can use your tool bar or action bar, I mean, to lay the traps, and you just press any number you put it on, or any letter or whatever you put it on, to lay the trap. You don't have to move your mouse to your inventory anymore, and it's just a whole lot easier for your hand, wrist, and that's just pretty much about it because it's much more convenient, and it's not faster or slower.
Yeah, as you can see by these kind of skills that you can pretty much put it in anywhere. You can pretty much put the action bar anywhere, and you can pretty much make every skill easier. So with the evolution of combat, not just the combat change, and definitely the skilling really got a big hole over that. Now, not only the toolbar was a major turnaround in the actually skilling part of RuneScape with the evolution of combat, but also there's a new interface when actually doing your skill. Now here I have some raw rocktails. I'm going to put this on this fire just for the normal cooking skill. Now normally it would actually pop up with an inventory or like a normal thingy at your chat box, and you could just like cook all, but now it has like all over the screen, has a nice cooking interface which shows you what you're going to cook. How much experience you're actually going to get for cooking that specific item, which is for me is a rocktail. The store gold, or the store value, so if you would sell it to the general store, how much you would actually get for it. The GE market price, so how much it's actually going to cost, and the high alchemy value. This is a really nice interface to show you how much you're cooking and what you want to cook and how much it's going to cost you. Here you'll also see the requirements to see if you can cook everything, and if you don't have something there will be a red cross with it, and also the materials you'll need. Also, if there's any secondary XP gain you're gonna get, it will be displayed right here, but as for cooking right now we don't have that. Now here's a really nice bar where you can switch around how many you actually want to cook. As you can see, you can drag it all the way to 1, all the way to 28. You can just do this really easily instead of the old interface where you have to like scroll down and click whatever. It will always get back to 28. So if I just do it on like 11 right now, then I would get out of the interface and do it again, it will just be right back at the 28. If I click cook, there will be a new interface popping up to show you how much time it's going to cost you to do the entire inventory, and how much experience you've gotten so far with the inventory, and how many you still need to do. As you can see, I'm on 4 of the 28. Now this is a really nice interface which will make skilling way more fun and way more easier, and show you how much you're actually making or how much experience you're actually gaining per hour, per inventory, and how much money you're gaining or losing.
And now as for tips and tricks for the evolution of combat, Ray and me found out some things ourselves. Ray went to the God Wars dungeon, Armadale, and he found out that instead of needing 10 KC as in the combat beta, you now need 40 KC again as in the previous live game, like
Yep.
before the evolution of combat. And he also found out that it is much better to use a Steel Titan, because the Steel Titan even hits more than the player itself. It's just, it wrecks the Armadale boss. And now for magic. Magic now is 1.2 mil XP an hour with barraging skeletons, and it only costs 1.8 GP per XP. This is because it doesn't need any death runes anymore to cast. And this is because most magic spells do not require bloods or death runes anymore. And this would mean that 13 mil XP for level 99 would only cost you 23 mil coins, that is then. And then also a fun fact is to know that it would only take 4 hours a day to break the mage monthly record, which is just sad, to be honest. Then for the tips and tricks for dungeoneering, I did a solo medium floor 60 myself, which took me only 15 minutes, which is pretty fast compared to previous. It was like 20 before, but still, it's like 25% increase in time. I one hit a primal warrior, which was level 236, and level 236 is even higher than the Armadale God Wars boss, which is like 210, I believe.
Yep.
So I one hit something that's higher level than a God Wars dungeon boss. That doesn't make sense to me. Then there's the Hope Devourer boss that I got. It was level 64, and I didn't need food or prayer, and I just wrecked it with using random abilities. So that is pretty underpowered. As for dungeon, I mean, the bosses are underpowered. It is overpowered that you can kill them that easily. The Hex Hunter bow still seems really effective against mages, although it might not be worth it to bind it as your primary bind, because the 2H just wrecks everything, and you might maybe just want to bind armor instead of the hex because of the life point boost. And you get hit quite a lot because the prayers only deflect like 50% damage, and it's not you still get hit a lot. So the life point boost might be worth it over the hexbow, but the hexbow is still really good. Also, things like primal gauntlets and boots, things like blood necklaces are pretty much nerfed in the combat evolution because they don't give any strength. Well, the blood necklace does give strength, but the gauntlets and boots don't, and the blood necklace doesn't have the defense bonuses anymore. So it might just be worth it to buy things like armor instead, because it gives obviously the good life point boost. And the abilities you want to use in Dungeoneering is pretty much just momentum. And because your adrenaline bar will just drain way too quickly to even bother with using thresholds or other ultimates in dungeons, I mean, in Guardian Doors and other things. Maybe it would be worth it to use abilities for bosses, other abilities than momentum. And that's pretty much it about Dungeoneering. It took me 15 minutes to complete floor 60, which got me 120k XP solo. So that's kind of overpowered, you could say, but it is at least faster than previously.
Well, you are level 120 dunge, and you are on floor 60 with 60 prestige, but still it's kind of overpowered, and especially the fact that you could one-hit a boss, or just like no food, no prayer, just basically one-hit a boss on a warped floor, and then one of the guardians of that boss is level 260, which you one-hit, which is a higher level than Kriera, the Armadillo God Wars boss, which is level 210, which I almost died on. So that's kind of, I don't know. So yeah, there are some things that still needs tweaking. I don't know if the comment beta was actually released too early. I don't know that, but there are definitely some tweaks which still needs to be done. But definitely take advantage of the things that we said right now, because they might, as I said, get tweaks really soon, and you still want to get the most experience or the most money out of it as you can right now. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found this helpful to make sure you can do some skilling and get some advantage of the evolution of combat now it's there. And hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please let us know in the comments below. We really do appreciate it. And thanks for Ray or Krulin for being my guest on this guide. He really knows a lot about skilling, so I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome. I love to be here.
Alright, well, as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please let me know in the comments below and subscribe if you're awesome. I'll see you guys later.